Hi, this is Stacy LaCour with the Matt DeFonis team of RE/MAX Realty Associates. And today, I have the pleasure of coming to you with one of the most important tasks that we perform for our clients. Before you can buy the house, after everything's all done, but before they move in, have to make sure you do a thorough final walkthrough. The final walkthrough is your buyer's last opportunity to make sure everything is as it's supposed to be. So the first thing I like to do for all of my final walkthroughs is I walk through and make sure that all the lights are on, even those closet lights, because what you want to ensure is that if there's a light that's not working, it's the light bulb and not the light fixture. So take a few minutes, go through and make sure you're hitting every switch in the house and light it up like a Christmas tree. So I'm sure everybody has their own system for doing a final walkthrough. For me, I like to start in the kitchen. When I'm in the kitchen, I want to make sure that the dishwasher is working. So I will run that through a cycle. It can cycle through as I'm walking through the rest of the house. Primarily, I'm looking for leaks there, make sure the dishwasher is running. Also, I'm going to check the sink for leaks. I'm going to check the stoves to make sure that the burners are working and the stove is functioning, and the refrigerator, to include the ice maker and the water. Join me while I check out what's going on here. So I'm going to run some water in the sink to, again, check, make sure the hot water's working, also to fill the sink up a little bit so we can check for leaks. I'm then going to go and turn on the stove and all the burners to make sure that they're working. Don't burn yourself. And once you are sure they are working, you can turn those off. I've got the exhaust fan running, and I've already started to preheat the ovens, which heat up nicely. Okay, and then I'm going to go in and check and make sure the refrigerator's cold, which actually this one's not plugged in yet. So we're going to roll it out and plug it in. Brand new refrigerator with a warranty though, so I'm not too concerned with what we're going to find here. Okay. So, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but you've got some steam coming off the water, which tells me my hot water heater is working. So I'm going to turn that off after I've got a bit of water in the sink. And I'm going to look under here when I release the water to make sure that there aren't any leaks. While taking care not to burn myself with the hot water. And I'm happy to say there are no leaks. And the water drains as it should be draining. So as I mentioned, I'm going to run a cycle in the dishwasher to make sure it runs through, and we'll come back and check on that in a bit. So we're going through. Check on our doors and our windows. I should unlock that one. Oops. I should unlock that one all the way. All right. And now run through and check all those, make sure those are running smoothly. So obviously we won't be checking the fireplace, but it's always recommended that you have an actual chimney sweep come out and kind of do a fireplace check. Okay. These are all relatively new. So the one thing, considering it's about 30 degrees out today, that we won't be checking is the air conditioning units. Air conditioning units aren't safe to run unless it's been 60 or 65 degrees 24 hours prior. You risk burning them out. So we won't be checking that, but You guys have the home warranty, so that's covered with that. So no problems there. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing on the sinks here. We're gonna plug the sink, we're gonna turn on the hot water, make sure the hot water's coming through here. We're going to flush the toilets, make sure those are acting as they should, and we're going to run the shower. Again, to make sure we get that hot water coming through, make sure everything's draining. And I know there was a question about the water pressure, which, yeah, doesn't seem to be an issue at all. Yeah, not even a little bit. That's pretty decent water pressure. So we'll let the sink fill up a little bit. Release that. We're gonna do that same method of checking to see if there's any leaks. No leaks, so we can move on. The toilet itself, it's a little blue, but that's okay. So we got our, but it doesn't continue to run. We're good. Okay, again, you can't see the steam, but trust me, it's there. Everything's draining as it should. And we can move forward. Okay, we'll walk through into the family space, office space. Okay, where we have a utility sink here, we want to make sure we check all the plumbing. Well, we're not going to turn those faucets on, but we're going to check all the plumbing here to make sure everything's draining correctly and we're getting no leaks. So I'll allow that to run for a few minutes. We'll go to the garage, we'll come back. Okay, so we'll check the garage door opener, which I know we did once before. You can see that we got a little bit of snow last night. Not a lot, just a dusting. We also come and make sure we turn on all the lights out here. Okay, and I don't expect to find or see anything that we didn't see. All right, let's see. It's actually all the way on the other side. That's a great place for that light switch. All right, and then there's some, just some materials for the house that ideally they'll just leave here, but if you want it gone, we can get it gone. Let me know. Okay, garage is dry. We've had quite a bit of rain. I know that was a question mark, but yeah, everything looks great. We're gonna go ahead and close that garage door because, like I said, it is quite cold, and we don't need anybody freezing inside the house. Okay, so we'll go back and check on a utility sink here. And again, everything looks as it should. Hot water's hot, cold water's cold. Okay, so now we'll navigate through. So we've checked all of the main spots upstairs, the kitchen, the bathrooms, the laundry space. Now we'll go downstairs because there's the all-important making sure we didn't have any water down here, which doesn't look like there was any. There's a shut off there. I'll have to ask, I'm assuming that's the water shut off, but I'll ask to ensure because I know that we weren't getting the water pressure and that may have been the reason. Okay, all the lights are on down here. Again, everything is dry as it should be. We got our utility space here. Okay, notice that's still disconnected, but we'll have them reconnect that. Of course, that's just a simple fitting. Got the new water heater, as we saw when we were here. The check valve, because we want to make sure we go through and look at those things that were supposed to be repaired, which I know we did before, but you do it again. It's nice and warm in there, so that'll be a good place for storage and such. So we go into the bathroom, and again, we perform that same ritual task here. We're turning on that. We've got those on. Here, plug that up. And we'll flush the toilet. Considering we have everything going all at once, I'm pretty impressed by the water flow. You still have significant water flow there. The showers, lost a little bit, but how often are you gonna have the toilet, the sink, the tub, and both showers going at the same time? Probably not that often. So I think you'll be okay with what we're finding as far as our pressure goes. So I can release that, check. There's actually a paper towel under here. No leaks there, paper towel's completely dry. Again, you can't see it, but there's steam coming up from various spots. Everything's draining as it should, and that's pretty decent water pressure. Oh, there, yeah, you can probably see the steam there. So great. Again, hot water heater's working as it should. And everything's draining. And not a drop, well, okay, a drop, but not many drops of water on the outside. So, shower curtain be damned. All right, and as we don't have many places down here to check, we've got the furnace room there. The furnace is operating. It's good temperature in here. I went and turned the thermostat up to 75 just so we can make sure that it's kicking on and running the way it's supposed to be. So yeah, so you adjust your thermostat up to a considerably high temperature. Again, that way we can make it kick on. And then we head upstairs to do our final check with the final bathroom. And you do the same thing with the furnace up here. To make sure that kicks on. And while that's heating up, we'll go ahead and do our checks here in the bathroom. So get the water out of the lines. Make sure the shower's going. Flush the toilet. Okay, we've got the water pressure there. New plumbing. And no leaks. Great. Exactly what we want to see. Great water pressure here. Draining how it's supposed to be. Water's heating up nicely. Perfect. Exactly how we want to see it. Again, we go back through to the closet space. Lights are working. Roof line looks good. Furnace is kicked on. It's actually getting kind of warm in here. So everything's running exactly the way it's supposed to be running. So the last thing we'll do is, notwithstanding the credit that we're receiving for the property, or for the tub, is I'm going to go through the list of items, most of which we've already checked, all of which we have receipts for, and ensure that all the repairs that are supposed to be made are made. So I won't bore you going through all of those checklist items, but I assure you that if something does come up less than how it's supposed to be, I'll get back to you and put it on camera and let you know. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you guys really, really soon. Tomorrow, in fact. Call me if you have any questions. I'll do the same. All right, have a great day, guys. Bye.